Hey everyone, it's Derek Christensen from Legion Law. I'm here to talk to you today about springing versus durable power of attorneys. Also, what's the difference between a medical and a financial power of attorney? So today is just going to be anything and everything about financial or power of attorneys, and to help you understand what's going on, I'm going to explain a little bit about the different variations of power of attorneys there are out there. So before I dive into that, I wanted to let you guys know how to reach out to me. My name is Derek Christensen again. So Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com is my email. And my website is www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that out of the way, let's dive right in. So powers of attorney, again, I guess I should probably define them, because I was talking with a financial planner and she wanted to see the types of powers of attorney I use. So I sent her the templates, and she was concerned that I only use one type of power of attorney versus another. And I talked with her back and forth. We had a good time. Got to teach her a little bit about it. But at the end of the day, I thought it was important to talk to you about it, because if a financial planner doesn't understand this circumstance, then clients probably won't as well. So let's start out with the basics. What's a power of attorney? A power of attorney is a document that designates a specific person to do specific things on your behalf if you cannot. It depends later. But essentially, you're giving the right to make a legal decision to someone else. Now, legal decisions you would think are signing contracts or buying a business or something like that, but actually anything can be a legal decision. So buying Starbucks, you make a legal decision that you're going to give Starbucks the money and they're going to give you the coffee. Opening a bank account, buying stocks, or driving a car even can be a legal decision. So pretty much every aspect of your life is a legal decision that you can make for yourself. Now, because you are you and no one else is you, because everyone's special, right? You are the only person who can make legal decisions on your behalf. In some circumstances, your spouse can make a decision with you or alongside you, but at the end of the day, you're the only person, at least right now, with no power of attorney. Now, once you get a power of attorney, then you're stating, okay, this person can have the legal decision, or the right to make a legally binding decision on my behalf, and it's final. So if I give my power to my mother and she goes to Starbucks on my credit card, I have to pay the bill because she had that authority. So that's what a power of attorney is. And obviously you can start seeing some pretty deep concerns there if you're giving that power to people that shouldn't or are going to act maliciously with that power of attorney. So there are two types of powers of attorney, and there are two ways to frame each power of attorney to address certain circumstances. So the two main types are the medical power of attorney and just a normal power of attorney. I call it a financial power of attorney. And so those are the two I use. Those are the bread and butter of the estate planning world. And medical power of attorneys, as I've talked about in multiple videos already, medical power of attorneys address medical issues and what decisions the agent can make on your behalf for medical decisions. And then for financial power of attorney, it's anything that's not medical. So that includes buying real estate, selling stocks, selling a car, anything, opening bank accounts, right? So those are the two main types of power of attorney, and each power of attorney can be a springing or a durable power of attorney. So what do those terms mean? And I generally encourage springing power of attorneys, but some people encourage durable power of attorneys. But essentially, a springing power of attorney means it springs into action when something happens, a specific event. And almost always that event is going to be if you are incapacitated. You're not able to make any decisions on your behalf. So incapacitation, it could be a coma, it could be under surgery, under anesthesia. It could be that you have Alzheimer's really bad, and so you can't make decisions on your own behalf. Incapacitation, that's essentially what that means. There are definitions out there, but I don't want to get too far in the weeds. So springing power of attorney means that if you are incapacitated, then this person now has the authority to make these decisions on my behalf. So that's pretty nice, because it only happens whenever something bad happens, and otherwise it doesn't account. So if you have a springing power of attorney, and I designate my mother, again, I love her to death, but if I designate her to make decisions on my behalf, then she cannot go do anything until I'm incapacitated in a springing power of attorney. Now, a durable power of attorney is the opposite. It's essentially, as soon as you sign the document, that person has authority immediately to go do anything. And in that situation, it's almost always for extremely trusted people, really close family members and spouses. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a rare occasion whenever you want to trust a third party or a bank or someone with a durable power of attorney, but that's a possibility. So it just depends on what your circumstances and what you're looking for, and if you want them to make decisions on your behalf immediately. And if that's not the case, then the springing power of attorney might be more appropriate. So that's that about durable and springing power of attorney, and that's that about medical power of attorney and financial power of attorneys. But one last point to make is that all power of attorneys are very customizable. So you can change them up as long as they contain specific language that allude to certain statutes. You're good to go. You can say, one of my clients actually said that she doesn't want anybody to make any financial decisions on her behalf except pay bills and open bank accounts. That's literally it. Everything else, selling real estate, buying stocks, taking care of the car, stuff like that, nobody could do. So the power of attorney was only for those specific issues. A medical power of attorney, you can designate the agent to only do certain surgeries because of religious beliefs, or you can avoid certain medications or whatever, right? You can put whatever you want because you get to make your own decisions. So you make them as limited or as broad as you want them to be, and at the end of the day, they're a great tool to make sure that you are protected and that your estate doesn't get completely destroyed or dramatically affected whenever you're incapacitated. Because again, if you're in a coma and you can't pay your bills, bad things happen. If you're in a coma and you got your loan to cover, or the stock market crashes, or your house catches on fire or something like that, you need people to be able to make those decisions on your behalf. So you would think you're never going to get in a coma. You would think you never get Alzheimer's. You would think you'd never be under anesthesia until it happens. So that being said, this is a very long video to explain a little bit more in depth about power of attorneys, springing versus durable, medical versus financial, and how you can customize them. So hopefully that's a little bit more information to help you out, and hopefully it's information that is helpful to understand a more comprehensive estate plan. So again, estate plans usually consist of medical and financial power of attorneys for both spouses, and you go from there to make sure that your entire estate is covered both before you pass away and after you pass away. So I work with people like that every single day. It's my bread and butter. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy doing, and it's what puts a smile on my face. So if you have any questions about it, if you have any concerns, please feel free to reach out again. My email is Derek, DEREK, at legionlawpllc.com, and my website is www.legionlawpllc.com. So thank you so much, and have a great day.